Tonight we are dining at the Enchanted Garden on board the Disney Fantasy. If you don't know, we do dining reviews every single Monday, so be sure to check those out. Like I said, we are dining at Enchanted Garden. This is a garden-themed restaurant, so lots of green, lots of flowers, some vines. There's a beautiful fountain right in the middle with little Mickey up at the top, and I'm very excited to be dining here, so kind of went with a floral dress tonight to match the theme of the restaurant. But towards the end of our meal, our server told us there was going to be kind of a little show. We've actually been here before, so we do know what we're expecting, but I'm excited to see it because it's been a few years since we've been here. But the bread service is already here, and we are ready to eat.
Bread service today, we've got a special multi-grain and country currant roll. I actually haven't gotten into that yet. I just went with a regular type of roll for tonight, but we do have a special kind of almost like a hummus. It's chickpea garlic spread, which is basically a hummus. It's like a garlic hummus. And then some butter. And the butter was actually packets butter right here. It was a little cold, so I sat on it.
So this should be the third dining review in our series of Disney Fantasy Cruise dining reviews. And something I have realized I forgot to mention is that if you have any dietary restrictions or any food allergies, that is something that Disney and Disney Cruise Line are amazing at handling. My cousin has a tree nut allergy, and I remember that he would always get his own basket of bread at dinner that was perfectly safe for him to be able to eat. So just if you do have any dietary restrictions, make sure that you let them know ahead of time, but you can still let them know every single night at dinner, and they will actually have the chef come out and talk to you and make sure that everything is safe for you to eat on the menu.
For appetizers today, here at Enchanted Garden, we went with two different appetizers. We got the ahi tuna and avocado tower, and then we also got the North Atlantic lobster raviolis.
I wasn't too crazy about the options for the soup and salad tonight, so I decided to get another appetizer that Josh and I kind of shared, and I got the North Atlantic lobster ravioli. This is served with roasted garlic and sweet basil in a tomato broth. The ahi tuna and avocado tower was amazing. It is raw fish, so just be aware of that if you do order that, but it was really good. There's been some birthdays at the restaurant, but a little bit of like salt and pepper seasoning on there. It really doesn't need much. The fish and avocado speak for themselves. And then the North Atlantic lobster ravioli. This has like a cheese and lobster filling. And then there's actually a little bit of lobster on the top as well. This was also really good. I thought that the ravioli itself was nice and tender. The filling was very flavorful. Out of the two though, the avocado and ahi tuna tower was my favorite.
For my appetizer today, I decided to go with the Heirloom tomato soup. This comes with sour cream, croutons, and basil. I didn't see any croutons in my soup at all, actually. But it's really good. The Heirloom tomato soup, which was really nice. What I liked about it wasn't so watery, if you know what I mean. It had a little bit more of like a thicker consistency to it, which I really, really love about a tomato soup. That's like my ideal envisioned tomato soup whenever I get it. So really fantastic. On the lighter note of appetizers tonight for me. For my entree, I went with the Pan-Seared Sea Bass. This comes with fava beans and pea risotto, sliced fennel, and a dill chive Riesling wine sauce. Amazing. The sea bass was like flaky, fall apart. Literally just push the fork down on top of it, and it just falls apart throughout the dish, which then makes it not such a beautiful dish to shoot, but the flavors were amazing. Everything blended together so well. Not really salty, and not really crazy with the fennel. I'm always, I think Taylor mentioned the other night, always a little on edge with fennel because it has that kind of black licorice taste to it, but didn't get any of that in there. And I mean, overall, just really great.
For my entree tonight, I had the slow roasted prime rib. This is carved and served with thyme roasted vegetables, a double baked potato, jus, and horseradish. Now, there was another entree on the menu that really piqued my interest, so I had to get it as well. So we kind of shared that one. We got the caramelized sea scallops. It's served with roasted vegetables, sun-dried tomato couscous, caramelized leeks, and a red wine veal jus. The red wine veal jus and those scallops was absolute perfection. The scallops were nice and caramelized on both sides. It was one swipe of the knife through, and I just know a scallop is going to be good if it's easy to cut through it like that. Amazing. And the prime rib, I got cooked medium rare. It was a perfect medium rare. It was also very tender. Knife cut through there super easy. And I did enjoy the twice baked potato. Something is happening! Oh my gosh!
It's time for a celebration.
That was perfect timing.
Just simply enjoy this experience. Please
Finishing the night off, as always, with a cup of coffee. So I stare deep into your windows of your soul. So for dessert tonight, I got the orange citrus yogurt cake. Citrus yogurt cake? Orange yogurt cake. Anyways, I really was not, I didn't know what to expect with this. And I'm really surprised and glad that I got it. The only thing that still weirds me out is the yogurt part, which is almost like a flan. But even that, when you take all portions of this together, all the components together, I don't know why, and put it all together, it's fantastic. The cake especially is almost like a pound cake, flavor and consistency with a lot of very heavy in the citrus. A little birthday beside us. And
For my dessert this evening, I had the chocolate brownie sundae. This comes with peanut butter brownie bites with rich chocolate ice cream topped with whipped cream and a chocolate fudge sauce. This was a very good dessert. This is definitely a family-friendly dessert, but I do love myself some chocolate ice cream, and the brownie bites in there were very good as well. So great way to sweetly finish off the night. And this was so cool being in here when the characters came through right after we talked about our food, and then the flowers on the ceiling, the lights, they actually bloom at the end of the meal whenever it turns to night. And so the lighting around the restaurant actually changes a little bit, and then the flowers bloom, and it's just an exciting thing. So all of the three main restaurants here on any of the Disney cruises, there's three main restaurants, and they all have something unique about them. So this is what we experienced for Enchanted Garden tonight.
all right, everybody, so we just finished eating at Enchanted Garden here on Disney Fantasy, and it was a good dinner.
It was a good dinner. So this is just like the other restaurants on the ship. It is rotational dining. So on the Fantasy, it's Royal Court, Enchanted Garden, and Animator's Palette. So the menus do change each night depending on which restaurant you are eating at during the sailing. But tonight's meal was really good. I enjoyed the prime rib. I really liked that ahi tuna at the beginning. And I liked the overall experience in Enchanted Garden with the flowers and then the characters coming through and everything in there. So
it's nice because no matter where you're eating at, even in an Animator's Palette, I can't talk right now, you always kind of have a more upscale type of feel.
Yes.
Regardless if it is just a casual night or if it is a formal night, all the restaurants still have that very nice, elegant touch to them.
Yes.
So it's nice, and it's great. That's one thing that's really nice about Disney, like Taylor said, is rotational dining. So you're always kind of getting a little bit of variety, unlike other cruise lines where
it's the same dining room every night.
If you're eating in the main dining room, it's always the same on other cruise lines. So, but yeah, so what we had tonight might not necessarily be what you would have if you were eating at Enchanted Garden, because of how the menus change and where you're at and in the restaurant and things like that. But it's really great. And again, if you get something, you're not sure if you actually like it or if you don't like it, just let your server team know, and they will be happy to bring you out something else.
Oh, most definitely. They want to make sure that you are having the best possible experience. Yep. And just one little thing I wanted to touch on, because I realize I have not said anything about this in our other videos yet, is that there are certain dresses that they, outfits that they tell you to you can wear that night. Tonight was supposed to be formal night, but just know you do not have to do that. You can dress cruise casual every single night if you want to, or you can go with whatever the theme is for the night, whether it's tropical, pirate, formal, semi-formal, whatever you would like to do. Yeah. It's up to you. So let us know if you have ever dined at Enchanted Garden on the Disney Fantasy.